The history of Comtes de Champagne begins in the Côte des Blancs, which is a very famous place, a privileged area in Champagne. In this area, we find the 5 Grands Crus villages, Avize, Chouilly, Le Mesnil-sur-Roger, Auger and Cramant. And in fact, finesse, minerality, structure, roundness, each village gives the wine, gives the blend its own personality, its own features. So in this place, we find chalky soils, and the chalk reaches a depth of 40 meters. It is a true water tank. It also retains heat. So the water supply of the plant is thereby very uniform. The grapes we use for this cuvée comes from our own vineyard and the vineyard of growers we work with. And we work also with growers who are very proud to work with us, because the Comtes de Champagne cuvée is a flagship of the Comtes des Blancs. So they are very proud to work with Taittinger. The harvest is 100% handmade, and we work only with the first juices, the first pressed juices. When we put this cuvée in our cellar, we wait between 8 and 10 years before we sell the wines.
Yes, for the Comtes de Champagne, we don't speak about parcels, but we speak about vats. For each village, we have different vats, and we choose between these vats what vat will go in the blend. At Taittinger, we use the Malo on all the wines. So for the Comtes de Champagne, is the same thing. We think that the Malo brings more opening wines and with a larger spectrum of complexity. In the blend, we use 6% of wine aging during 4-5 months in barrels. The Chardonnay on the lees becomes bigger in dimension and with a lot of complexity, the character of grilled brioche and grilled almonds. For each vintage, we test the different possibilities of dosage. And for the 2006, we decided to put 9 grams per liter of sugar. And why this dosage is because we have the maturity of the year, and it's good to balance with sugar inside. But we will see in the future if we stay at this level. Taittinger was the first house which started a prestigious bottle with 100% of Chardonnay, so it's why it's a long tradition. Between 2000 and 2010, the years were very different. Maybe the 05 has the same generosity in the mouth, but the fineness of the 06 is very exceptional. The Comte 2006 is a good balance between richness, generosity, and fineness and delicacy. For the aging of this vintage, I think it will stay a long time, very fresh. 10 years more, it's a minimum.
2006 represents the first vintage made by my presidency when I took over Taittinger with my son Clovis and my daughter Vitalie. The Comtes de Champagne is the soul of the company. It's an extraordinary wine. I didn't build the reputation of the Comtes de Champagne, it was built by my ancestor. The Comtes de Champagne is made with 5 Grands Crus, 100% of the Côte des Blancs, the best of the best. And it's a wine which can be aged a very long time. It's divine, it's magic, it's a glorious wine.